Whoa. Guess who's back? It's your boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back on YouTube. Sorry, I was gone for a day, but I couldn't log in on YouTube at my friend's crib or whatnot. It was streamed on Twitch though, so the streak is still alive and well. What the? Why am I getting? Oh, so we at least know YouTube is working sound wise. That's good. That's good. Um, Twitch, we should be live, and we are. Day 20, y'all. Day 20. Actually locked in. All right. Low key a downgrade. I'm not gonna hold you because that two screens that my man had, that was dope, bro. I need to get my monies up for sure. Just one screen ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do. Not anymore. Not that I got the taste of the good life, man. And his PC is like actually insane. Like actually like man's got bread. Man's got money. Man's got paper. Like his PC is leaks. Like my PC is like Saiyan Saga Goku. His PC is like freaking. I'll say his PC. Yeah, Super Saiyan 3 level Goku. Buu Saga. So yeah, he's in Buu Saga. I'm still in Saiyan Saga. That's the jump in PCs right there. That's the difference. So if y'all no power scale and whatnot, that's a jump. That's a jump for sure. Oof. But we got stuff to react to. I'm not gonna hold you. We got decent things to react to. Actually play games this time too. So actually on my PC with my stuff on my account, we got options. Oh my goodness. Like bro, you're gonna check out the YouTube page. Like the recommended we got right now is actually heavy. It's actually kind of nice. Check it out. Check it out. We're right there. All right, look at this. We got the death battle ready. We got this blind dating girls based on their glow up pictures. That actually is. Just open the news tab. We know we're gonna watch that. Now I've been seeing memes of this on Twitter, and the memes are actually fun. I can show them actually. Can I? X. Like I got spoiled, but like I kind of figured out who was gonna win. Like here it is right here, because where's the original tweet that started this profile? Likes. I need to be verified. Didn't I just have it? Well, whatever. Here's the tweet right here. Bring more Street Tears, Daredevil, Black Widow. Where are? It's just like it started with this, and ever since then, like I've been reading this stuff. It's been hilarious. Like each one here, like this right here got me laughing. I can't even hold you. I like more stuff from this video. I can hold. Bruh, it's just so funny. Like he's just getting all the easy street tears right now. Is that it? Is this the next death battle? If this is confirmed the next death battle, that's kind of fresh. That'll be kind of nice to see. But I think that I don't know how many man won that fight. Not even gonna hold you. Volume, is that volume good? I feel like I'd be mumbling sometimes. Oh, this was tough. I don't like how big his hilt is. Like it was a bit smaller, but like overall, this still looks fresh though. Really love the art for this. I really like long hair Ichigo too. Like that was fresh. Orange, like this is actually good. I got the horn right there too. Is that on the cape? I don't know how that works. Yeah, bro, just like scale down the hill, maybe just like a bad angle. But like besides that, bro, this is pretty nice. And hers just clean, bro. This is just perfection right here. I like it a lot. I know one, bro. My likes be on point, bro. Like my likes never miss. Oh, I remember this one. The trailer for this. It was like, you know, Quincy Ichigo, and it was kind of fresh. Actually, let's look this up. I'm curious. 10th anniversary. Was it Burning Blood? Let's actually search this up. Duplicate. Because now I'm curious. Did I not copy? Copy. Breach Brave Souls. Is the trailer?
Sand will be your best friend in Siege.
You can hear so many things from your opponents and they can hear the same thing from you.
Hearing one footstep.
Okay, 7th anniversary. That's what I was. We'll look up that trailer too, because that trailer was pretty fresh. Let me see that. That was kind of cool. Like, I know it's written for Ichigo and Rukia to be friends, but like on paper, it really feels like they really should have been like the end goal, bro. Like just how like even like with their names too, and I like for like their like her Bankai, I think was like. Can I find this? I feel like I have a pic. I got. Let me see. Because that's gonna be like a minute to find, I think. But I'm pretty sure I sent that to my homie like a while back. Oh my god, we got too many photos. Yeah, that will not load in time. Yep, no, it's way too far back, sadly, no. Let's see. Okay, that's not it. Yeah, like right here, they're like their names are actually inverted. Oh my god. Maybe someone has in the comments. There we go. There we go. I think it's here. Moonless sky. I think hers like sun. I think it's like he's like something moon, right? And she's like supposed to be the sun. Someone has it. I know it. I'm sorry. I gotta figure this out at this point. Nope. Someone has it. Okay, this is not helping. Let's say Rukia's Kai name. Translation. Bro, I know this is a huge sidetrack, but like now, this I blame the autism. I'll blame the autism for this, bro, because I need to figure this out. Where is it, bro? All. I think that's it. That was like another parallel, but I can't find. I know it's on here. Has to be. Yeah, there we go. Black Sun and White Moon. That's what I was trying to look for. So yeah, that was the translation I was looking for. All right, all right. Oh, even with this, you'd like it in simplest forms, yeah. Okay, now I feel a lot better. Okay, now back to not this. Surely was cool. No, no, no. Wasn't the 7th anniversary though? That was kind of fresh. I do like this stuff. It was like a minute long. Let's see if this is the right one. I know that was a huge tangent, but I need that fixed. I need that for my soul.
If you can buy something miles away with a tap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This isn't it. This isn't it at all. It is the minute one. Anniversary Blues Brave Souls trailer. Yeah, this is it. And like, the reason why this game is cool, like I won't play this game, like I don't like the way it looks gameplay wise, but like it's just the art styles and like these what ifs. And that's why I think this game is really cool, because there's like what ifs that Kubo comes up with, and they just all look super fresh. Like they just look cool, you know what I mean? Just some quality stuff right there. That was fresh. That was fresh. Like into the game, no, but like the game does look good. There was another video. No, I think that was on my first. I think it was on my own YouTube, like my personal stuff. Let me check the XXL Freshman real quick, see if they dropped their what's her name? Freestyle? Nope, just a trailer. There was one video, Abba and Preach, not Pop the Balloon, but just I wanted us. We could all react to it together. This right here. I want to check that out. All right, I think we got everything. Can I make a billion? Ooh, actually, there's a couple stuff we're watching tonight. The trailer. Been watching this shorty since middle school, bro. So I'm a loyalist for sure. She dropped this Superman second weekend drop. She talks about the money and whatnot. Movie, man. I want to see if Superman, made good in the box office. And she does like a really good. She does a really good job of explaining and giving good timestamps. I think she gave timestamps. Intro, how much does Superman need? Current box office, overseas, good enough. Yeah. So yeah, she does really good with her stuff and whatnot. That's why I like her a lot. She helped me with my, not OCT, but like, just how she breaks down stuff is very easy just to boom, 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 boom. It's very organized. All right, so what shall we do for, well, we're already here. Let's check out Superman.
Welcome to this week's Movie Map, where, oh boy, this new Superman movie really is crowded. Now he's fighting these guys? So it turned out they weren't much of a threat, but now this guy's stepping into the arena. Oh boy! You guys have said for a long time you want Marvel versus DC. You're about to get the business version. So the big question now has become, how much does Superman have to make? A Billy ain't happening. That's definitely off the table.
Tragic.
It's really off the table. So as our discussion and hopes plummet to the reality of the current movie marketplace, and as video games, I think, are beginning to edge out comic books in Hollywood, we're looking at two thresholds here. I'm marking the line. This is it. I think I've seen a couple of people saying, woo, everyone's moving the goalposts. I mean, everyone really is, including Warner Brothers and James Gunn. But I'm drawing some lines in the sand, two of them. So the first line is that James Gunn's Superman has to surpass Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. Or else, as I touched on last week, what are we doing here? Why did we go through all this drama for lesser results? It would be ridiculous. So I would say if Gunn's Superman can't pass 670, it's very high. I mean, before Superman came out, we'd be like, of course it's gonna pass that. But now you're like, whoo, what number? 6 what? So no matter how Gunn or Zazie or Warner Brothers or anybody tries to spin it, that's pretty darn bad if you can't pass 670.
And like, on that note, right? It's just that Man of Steel was such like a drastic change. Superman's like Man of Steel, and it's like a very dark Superman. It's like, Zack Snyder's take on the character. So very drastic change, and people were like, oh, that's crazy. I don't like it. Years later, they adored it and whatnot. It's like, oh, this actually saw a movie. Now James Gunn, and then the Man of Steel became like that kind of, okay, we kind of like this movie, and like it got its fan base. And now going from that, and now a whole hard switch to like this very uplifting, goofy, not goofy, but truly the embodiment of Superman, and people are like, oh, this is kind of cool, but at the same time, you got people like, oh, this is a kind of a weird change. I kind of like that, darkish type Superman, So it's the complete opposite. And like it's such a drastic change, and it's like it's throwing people back. That's what I think, to be honest. And just another Superman. People have their complaints, sadly.
And internally, they might be all smiles externally, but internally, I would say at the very least, it would be cause for a major, rethinking of how DC Studios should move forward. Perhaps they should not have started with a Superman movie. We're going to talk about it. And then my second line in the sand, you can draw some lines in the sand as well. I'll be very curious to hear what they are down below. But my second line in the sand is that it has to, ideally, so the first one is like, point of no return. Gotta pass 670. And then in my heart of hearts, I'd like to see it match the Batman.
If it could match the Batman, that would be good. Like I was going to say, like, if it could get to like 700,000 or million, 700 million, that would be nice. That would be decent for him.
Maintain the momentum of that film and moving beyond the Snyderverse to a new era of DC. Because if it can't match the Batman, then why isn't Matt Reeves in charge? Right? I'm just saying, right?
She's not wrong.
A ton of Emmy nominations. I mean, you gotta keep up, Gunn. All right, so let's revisit our brackets with a new terrifying category in the mix: the $500 million range. So, where will Superman land? James Gunn has spun the box office wheel. It's now out of his. Well, he's doing a lot more. He's still doing the interview. Well, David Cornsweet's doing a lot of press too, but James Gunn still feels he's the driving force here. So, you know.
I will say, like, I appreciate the director being out there and whatnot, but I feel like let the actors promote the movie. Like, you could be in a couple things and whatnot, but like really have the actors so we could get a chance to like be like, oh, I like this guy. Let me see him, because we're going to be seeing them on screen, not you, James Gunn. Like, we appreciate you making the movie and whatnot, and you could be there. You're a personality for sure. But like, let the actors, you know, promote the movie. Like, I want to see Miss Terrific doing interviews. Soup David Cornsweet. You know, you have like you have a large cast. You know, like let them go out. Let people get their personalities and lock in. You know what I mean? I won't even say it's like an ego thing. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, saying he just thinks he could help promote the movie better or something like that. But like, I for real think you should let the actors carry more of the weight and take a back seat now. You know.
We'll see where that gets him. But so yes, we'll see where the box office lands. But that box office wheel is already slowing down a little bit, particularly overseas. So now I asked you on Twitter. I said, what box office would you be happy with as a DC fan?
Me personally, just one for what you said at the beginning. Like, if it makes 700 million, fine. But I prefer 800 million. Like, make good money. People like, oh, you almost. It's not $1 billion, but like almost $1 billion. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. You know what I mean? So that's what I would prefer to see. Like 800 mil. That's like the happy zone. Like, okay, we made bread. We're good. You know, 700 mil, solid. That's like, you know, it's just like grade scaling. You know, this is a solid C plus. You know, solid C plus. We're good. We pass, and we pass decently. But this right here, you're B. We got a B. We're good. We're golden. Good green lights. This the yellow green zone. This is a approaching green, like strong green.
Most of you agree with the two thresholds that I just outlined, but some of you are still wildly optimistic. And bless your hearts, Gunn and DC are lucky to have you. And I hope you keep.
Saw the movie 3 times, so I put my money where my mouth is, because like now I'm actually an adult. Because like as a kid, when these movies all came out, like I couldn't support the way I want to. Like, will my $1 make the difference? Will my money make the difference? No, but like, at least I could say I support the movies I like. As a kid, you really can't do that. It's just kind of like up to your parents and whatnot. But yeah, like I support the movies I like now. And I'm very happy that I can like be like, hey, I helped the movie as best I could.
Keep that optimistic glimmer in your eye. The movie does much poorer than the 800 million range. I don't think that's. I mean, I put it in the poll, but I don't think that's going to happen. But 15% of you are being, I'm sure, called Snyder haters right now. But you might also end up being goddamn geniuses. So yes, now let me explain to you why I think the movie could still end up in the 500 million range, even though it just got to 400 million worldwide. I'm sure some people who are very defensive of the movie and of Gunn's DC are typing that right now. But let me tell you, it takes another 100 million to even get to the $500 million range, and then it takes another 100 million on top of that to get out of the 500 million range. So that means that Superman would have to have over $200 million left in its box office tank to get. And you're not even at Man of Steel level yet. That would be $270 million more. And with Fantastic Four, again, about to hit theaters.
This is tough. Oh my God, bro. Like, I hate her reason right now, but she is right. Like, it's going to be tough for Superman. It's going to be really tough. Unless Fantastic Four bombs. And, like, it's just absolute trash. And like I'm hoping it's not. But I'm trying, because right now I got me a good Superman movie, and like one of my favorite superhero teams are gonna come out. And like I don't want this movie to fail, but like at the same time I don't want Superman to like fail as well money wise, because I want to see what the Superman universe has to offer. You know what I mean? I don't want them to be. I won't lose this Superman. I think he is good. Give him a chance. Let this man grow out. You know what I mean? Because like with Fantastic Four, like Marvel's kind of already set. They're going to be they're already confirmed for, Avengers Doomsday and whatnot. So like these guys are already set. They could get redemption later. But like this right here, this is like the opening for like your new universe. And I need this to do really well. So if Fantastic Four takes like a slight dive. It does okay. So this universe could succeed. Okay, I'm okay with that. Like Fantastic Four could maybe get redemption, but like it would just suck because that's like back to back ills for Fantastic Four, and I don't want that. I want them to succeed too. It's just why can't everyone win? Like can we just all win this one situation for me? Can I get that, please?
That's just not reasonable. All right, so, but yes, it is at 400 million worldwide. So it has passed Thunderbolts' entire box office run, which I think, I don't know, I don't think that is a good look so much for Superman as it just underscores how poorly Thunderbolts performed. And also on that note, it's about to surpass Cap 4 like in a day or two. But yes, the international box office is truly James Gunn's kryptonite. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. But again, I'm outlining how this could possibly happen. So as you can see, both Man of Steel and the Batman made noticeably more money overseas. This new Superman, it's looking like the reverse, aka Bizarro box office. I think it was funny that James Gunn was like, Kevin Feige's texting me about my movie. He wants to see Bizarro. I'm like, don't take any advice from Kevin Feige. He might be giving you bad advice to try and I know that they were good friends at one point, but I mean, they're in serious competition, and they're about to be in really serious competition. So,
but competition does lead to good things, though. So, if iron sharpens iron, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta like lock in to make sure your stuff is good, and he has to lock in too, because like if Superman does, like, if there's like some crazy jump in Superman right now, and like it will be good for everybody. Like, it forces competition because Marvel. I think what happened was like Marvel got too close because like DC was just doing very poorly, unfortunately. I think it's just like at some point they were very hungry, but at this point they were very hungry in the beginning, but at some point that hunger faded away because like they realized there was just no competition. They were just on top, you know. So if these could actually be a competitor movie wise, that would like force Marvel to like take some risk, lock in with movie ideas, make sure the movies are top of the notch, and not. As people say, the Marvel formula type deal, you know what I mean? Something you could just predict easily. Because Thunderbolts was actually a decent movie. It was like a story with superheroes inside of it, if that makes sense. It just didn't perform well because I think there was just, I want to say not a lot of trust in Marvel, and then also you're getting characters like we didn't really get time to grow with. We just saw them in other movies as side characters, you know what I mean? So yeah. Marvel needs to for sure lock in, and then DC could be that person to help him lock in by being that competition. So I hope this starts to do really well and gives this a run for its money. But this does. I just need them to both win. That's really it.
I don't know how much I buy all this Myos, and good for you, buddy. It's when could either or both of them feel the same way when they're packing up their office. They're like, "I'll pick you up. We'll drive home together." All right, so. Superman is doing amazing domestic numbers, and people are tweeting about it all the time, trying to like put positivity out there. And these are very positive numbers. In fact, Superman is so strong domestically through the week that even though its second weekend was smaller than the Batman, they're still on par in their box office total because Superman was so strong during the week. But even if Superman continues to pace as Batman did and matches the Batman's domestic haul, there is a very good chance, especially again with Fantastic Four about to hit theaters, I do feel that's somewhat intentional, that overseas Superman could end at like 250. Ouch! Ouch! Because when you pair that with the Batman's like 369 or something domestic, that puts you in the low 600s, nowhere near Man of Steel 670. And with Fantastic Four coming in and taking away all those premium screens and the two movies being very similar in tone, they're not even counter-programmed. Now, one's dark. DC and Marvel usually are counter-programming to a degree. Very similar. So yes, there is a chance that Gunn's Superman does end with a 5 in front of it. Now, Warner Brothers Discovery knows this is a very real possibility, and they've known it since the opening weekend, which is why they went around and told everybody right away that they'd be perfectly fine with a movie that ended in the 500 million range. I mean, it would be better than the first 2 Marvel movies of the year, and perhaps all 3. And using the 2.5 times the budget formula for figuring out the break-even point, some people are getting it wrong. You don't add the advertising to that because the 2.5 accounts for the advertising. So yes, the break-even point for Superman is in the 500s, the mid-500s. But again, look at my two lines in the sand. I mean, I'm not saying a movie that ends in the 500s is going to get Gunn fired, but I think that it would be a massive disappointment. They didn't hire Gunn away from Marvel for this kind of a result. And, you know, they might even feel it's not Gunn's fault because fans like the movie. I mean, well, we're going to talk about the international.
Yeah, because like it's so weird. Like online, it seems like everyone wants this movie, but like it's just like the numbers are saying a whole completely different story, you know. So y'all actually putting your money where your mouth is, or are people partying? Like what's going on here?
Situation, but you know, maybe as we've been saying, maybe superhero fatigue is real, and you know, is Warner Brothers really going to pour a ton of money into DC when it looks like the whole genre might be on the outs? I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on that. So why is Superman doing so poorly overseas? Okay, here's my theory. But of course, I'm an American, so I can only offer an educated guess. But I know that many of you live overseas. You're on the front lines of this movie's performance overseas, so I'll be very curious to hear your thoughts on the matter down below. And as long as you're down there, why not click on the like button and that subscribe button if you haven't clicked on it already. I mean, we're going to have such a great time next week, this whole coming week, talking about Fantastic Four, Comic-Con, Superman versus Fantastic Four at the box office. You're not going to want to miss any of that. So again, be sure to hit that subscribe button. All right, so here again is my theory on Soup's poor international performance. Now, of course, there's the America angle. You know, Warner Brothers and DC can take "and the American way" out of Superman's slogan, but that doesn't change the fact that it's been in it for decades, and it's kind of baked in at this point. As Lois points out in the actual movie with her interview with Clark, Superman, whether he likes it or not, does represent the United States. And, you know, and on that note, Gunn is very much leaning into that in the story of the film that he made. So the new Superman, you know, is about American intervention abroad. Now, fascinatingly, I think this is because I'm not invested in this movie. So
I thought it was a good story. I don't want to glaze hard, but like it's just a good movie. I think it's a good story and whatnot. Like his underlying messages too were done solid. They were a bit in your face at times for sure. Don't get me wrong, but like it still felt smooth enough to watch. You know what I mean? It was like very well. It was a good movie, man.
I can think it's amazing and interesting. Superman originally debuted, of course, right before the start of World War II and became a popular global character as America did save the world, but also helped to decimate it. While at the same time, because it was surrounded by two oceans, remaining itself almost entirely untouched. I'm giving you the broad strokes of a much deeper, more nuanced conversation and how it reflects with this movie. All right, so this is what led to the prosperous America of the 1950s, 60s, and you could even argue all the way through the 1980s. But now, with the rest of the world repaired, caught up, and some other countries might even argue surpassing the United States, America, and therefore Superman, are viewed very differently. Also on that note, tone. Superman has an aw-shucks wholesomeness to it that is distinctly American. So that not only ties into the kind of anti-American sentiment going on right now, and of course we didn't even bring up the political situation, of course, that weighs over the film.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a cultural issue. The rest of the world reads anime, right? They are in love.
Anime is pretty hot right now, you know, like American comics are slowly, like American comics, they be up and down. Like sometimes they be really peak, sometimes they're not so peak. It's just insane. Then also, getting into comics is super hard because you're like, where do I start? You know, like, oh, you should read Superman. Okay, bet. Then it's like 30 different Superman comics. Okay, you can read this comic, and that comic connects to this comic, and that comic connects to this comic. But don't read that comic. That's like a whole completely different universe. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to get into comics, you gotta like find a story, then like find a story that connects and whatnot. But with manga, it's more like, hey, check out Dragon Ball Z, and that's it. You just watch, you check out Dragon Ball Z. That's a story. You go from the first chapter, next, boom. You know what I mean? There's not 16 different versions of Dragon Ball Z, different timelines, different stories. Goku if he was raised on Mars, or Vegeta if he was raised on Earth. There's like, it's all the same story. You can just hop in and read it. You're done. I think Dragon Ball Z is a bad example. No, it's not, because it's still a continuous story. We'll just say instead, like, Bleach. That's easier, right? You say, hey, you should check out Bleach. Read the manga. You check out Bleach. First manga. What is it? volume to the last one. Boom, you're good. You've read Bleach now. You're done. Like I said with Superman, though, it's not that. It's like 100 different versions of Superman comics written by 100 different people and whatnot, and you don't know which one to pick from, and like which one's good, which one's bad. Then you got to figure out which one connects to what. It's a lot. It's very hard to get into comics. It's very hard, sadly. And it's not as easily digestible like manga is. You could just pick up the manga, boom, you can read that, you're done. It's like mangas are truly like books. That's kind of what it is, like a book series. A manga is like a book series. A comic book is just more like almost a franchise, if that makes sense. It's just a lot of different versions everywhere, different values and whatnot, different quality. There we go.
I mean, anime can be silly too, but anime can also be very serious. I mean, there are some anime references in Superman, but just references. Tonally, again, it's there's always One Piece. I guess I'm sure some of you are bringing up, but
Ooh, excuse me.
I think a lot of people like this, especially global audiences, like the sophisticated intellectualism and grandeur of not just what anime can deliver, but some of today's most popular global filmmakers. We're talking Christopher Nolan, Denis Villeneuve, Ryan Coogler. So a couple of cheeky movies still managed to break through, but that's because that's the property that they're adapting. Now, this is a big... DC remains the divided fandom, and it's very much a divided property. I've talked to people who work at DC, the comic book division, and this is a problem there.
DC stands for divided community. See that? Oh my god. That was off the dome. You're welcome.
Aware of. We've spoken about Wonder Woman. Some people think she's a lover, not a fighter, and some people think she's a fighter primarily. It's a big problem. And some people will say, I like my DC comics to be dark and epic, and then other people go, that's not all DC is, thank you very much. Well, according to Hollywood, that's all it is, thanks to Nolan and Snyder, who imbued it with this darker, more epic quality. And to many audiences, that's the DC they signed up for, not this new one. So I think that's an issue as well. And this isn't just a problem with Superman. This is potentially a problem for Fantastic Four as well. Think about it. Fantastic Four celebrates the 1950s and 60s of America, which again only existed because other countries were suffering post-World War II. So, cozy Americana for American audiences, right? Not so much potentially for the rest of the world. I mean, we'll see if that ends up being a factor. They've tried to make it very United Nations, which might have ended up being a smart move, right? Instead of the American military industrial complex and might, WMDs. So, maybe United Nations will do it. But we'll see. We're not quite at Fantastic Four just yet. Like Galactus, the shadow is coming over Superman. We'll see. But how do you think Fantastic Four will perform overseas? It's still way too early to make a definitive call on Superman, whether its box office is good.
Oh, I've been here for a minute. My bad. What's good enough? Preview. Okay, we're good now. I just want to check out the Superman stuff. She's touched on that. I didn't know I was here for 13 minutes. But as you can see, bro, for me at least, like, she's very entertaining. She knows what she's talking about. She keeps you engaged. I think it's just like how her cadence and whatnot, just her energy, is very nice. I want to check this out because I'm actually curious. Hit escape, dismiss.
Wrestler is blind dating 7 girls, but all he has to go off of is their pre-glow up photo. He'll eliminate them one by one, at which point he'll see what they actually look like for the first time. Is beauty in the eye of the beholder? This is From Then to 10.
Oh. No, these are just all like middle school, high school photos, bro. Which is valid, but like I feel like this is just gonna be like them because like there's a difference between like a glow up and like you just growing up, you know what I mean? So I feel like somebody's just gonna be like them just aged up. It's not gonna be like a huge difference. Like she for sure is gonna get like a glow up, it's like drastic change. Glow up is like a drastic change. You look completely different. Then growing up is just slight changes. You're just older now, So it's gonna be like, what do you do? Like, can I get a better look? I could probably dang near just guess. There we go. Glow up, grow up, glow up, grow up, glow up. Probably both. and then grow up. There's like probably, like I said, maybe potentially 3 glow ups, and the rest is just gonna be them just growing up. This one, could that be a grow up? I don't know. I need to see the picture better. I think for sure this is gonna be like a grow up. Maybe. This is for sure a glow up. Oh, I'll just say glow and grow. There we go. Glow. Grow, glow. Grow slash. We'll just say slash. Glow slash and then grow. Yeah, yeah. Alright. We got it
It's
down.
from then to 10.
Oh. Yo. Okay. Hi. Hello. Y'all look.
Gorgeous. Yeah. You don't have to lie, sweetheart.
How old are y'all in these photos? I gotta be careful what I say.
It varies.
Red glasses. Are those for style, or did you actually have eye issues?
No, I got astigmatism in both my eyes.
Oh, me too. I have one too. That's really cool. Okay.
Oh, that's this
That
dude.
looks like Bow Wow in this photo.
That's crazy to say, yeah.
That is a crazy thing to say.
That's crazy. Am I wrong?
Bow Wow's a good-looking man.
Okay.
I'm really scared.
Okay, no, don't be scared. Your dress was
Beautiful.
sick.
Thank you.
That was nice. And the braces, I had braces too.
Yeah, just accessorizing, you know.
For a few years.
For sure. Okay. This picture, this is lovely.
Yeah, I invented this selfie.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're the prototype.
I know. It's crazy.
Whoa. All right, that's crazy. 5.
Yeah.
Whoa, why? Yeah, you say that like this is a bad thing.
I know what the photo looks like.
No,
Yeah.
it's a cool. Or
Just compliment the tattoos, bro, and then the earrings. So that's what you gotta do.
these real. These are fake tattoos. I hope.
No.
How old are you in this photo?
Oh shit.
That was 2022.
Okay.
I was like, what? 3 years ago, yeah. She might have an insane glow up. We'll see.
Okay. You just look younger than the legal age to get tattoos in this photo, so that's why I'm asking.
No, I
that's
was
why I'm asking.
not.
Okay, sweet. Oh, I thought it was a McFlurry. Oh, is that a Starbucks? Is that a drink, number 6?
No, it's an horchata.
Horchata. Oh, I used
Horchata
to
brand.
manage Trejo's Cantina. I love horchata. Okay, 7. You kind of cheated.
What do you mean?
These are supposed to be like glow up photos, no? Like,
Brother. I'm saying, like, how she put was like a younger photo of herself. Like, I feel like she's for sure just gonna be a grow up.
like glow the glow. You look.
Well, I look a lot better now, so that's a good thing.
Okay, oh wow. Okay, that's a good start.
Ladies, say I if you think out of everybody you changed the most from your photo.
I
Based off of the photos, I would probably.
Hold on. You gonna eliminate someone right now?
No. That would be sick. No, that would be so wild. No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, you know what? I'm gonna leave my judgments.
No, that would be too much. But actually, you do have to eliminate one person right now.
What?
Are you serious?
Oh.
Yeah. It's
no
not our
way.
decision. It's the guys who run the channel. It was their decision.
I mean, I don't want to eliminate anyone. I feel bad if it was up to me. I'd keep everybody. What is this? This is crazy. I haven't even got a chance to speak to them. All right.
Bow Wow's very handsome, by the way.
Yo, just off your confidence alone, you are secure. You are good. You are staying, Bow Wow. Okay. First of all, if I could keep everyone, I would, because I haven't even spoken to anyone yet, so that is a bit of a bummer, but bless you. I'm taking this game so seriously. Game? Is it game? I'm taking
Brother, get to the point. Jesus.
this.
This is your fucking life, dude. This
isn't a fucking game, guys. This is real shit.
This is Wix Studio, built to meet any
Chat, how y'all doing?
for complex
Nice.
AI map your site architecture.
Don't forget to like the video on YouTube, guys. Come on now. Stop being greedy.
Design. Wix Studio.
2 seconds.
Since you've been single, dude, you're not taking this shit seriously. Come on, bro.
This isn't Mr. Beast. This is fucking real life.
You're right.
This is
You're right.
Poppy
You're right.
Studios, and get on your fucking marker.
Well, out of respect to the show, respect for my love life, I'm unfortunately going to be eliminating number 7.
Intro. I like that. That was a good plot twist. I feel like, you know, that was just a casual fall. That doesn't really feel like, you know, oh, we're gonna get a big change type deal.
I didn't even get to say anything.
Again, I feel like that's gonna be a grow up photo.
I feel, trust me, I feel
A grow.
bad when
We're just
I
gonna
wish I
say
could
grow glow. I feel like for sure it's gonna be a grow.
talk to you a lot longer and ask you a lot of questions, but you kind of cheated the game.
Okay.
He's saying you look too good.
Yeah, you look too good.
You look too good. You look too good. You look too good.
Yeah, she just grew up is all.
I'm willing.
Makeup, actual body now and whatnot. But sure, that's all that happens. She just grew up.
Yeah.
MJ,
It's nice to meet you.
MJ. Dinosaur MJ, bro. Hey, if you're Dinosaur MJ, it's usually a plus for me. Usually, not all the time, but that's a nice win.
MJ?
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Would have liked to, you know, give you my answers and everything. But
I'm sorry about that.
And she's got curly. And she's got curly hair, bro. I'm telling you, I'm a fan of curly hair. That is my weakness. Always is. If you could rock curly hair or wavy hair, whatever, just some dimensions to the hair. Fantastic.
That maybe another time. But what was your? This doesn't look good. You look the exact same. No. I'm saying you look fantastic. I eliminated you because this was not.
Like, all I need to say is what I've just been saying the entire video so far. You just grew up, bro. Like, it's not a big change. It's not drastic. Like, we all grow up. It wasn't like a true glow up.
Not a glow down.
Oh, he's red. He's getting red.
Yes. Shit. I apologize.
all right.
It's so nice to meet you, though, for real.
Nice to meet you too.
Hey,
And she got style too. Like,
take care. I know y'all don't really know anything about me, so let me kick it off. What's going on, guys? My name is William Sarametis. I'm a Greek-American singer-songwriter.
What kind of girl are you looking for today?
Today, I'm looking for somebody who likes to have fun, who doesn't take life too seriously. I also like tan skin, nice hair, nice little booty. Am I allowed to curse, by the way?
Dude, you can say what the fuck you want, dude.
Big old titties! No, I'm just joking.
hilarious.
But something that they might say, you're like, ugh.
Period. I don't like that.
Okay, period.
I'm super excited to meet these girls.
And we're super excited to announce that we're giving 2 people 50 buckaroonies who comment within the first 1,000 comments. Will said he's gonna be paying that out of pocket. He's so rich, ladies. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get to know y'all a little bit more, so.
Just so you guys know, Will hasn't gone on a date for the last 6 months, guys.
Correct. Yeah, I was in a relationship. We split up.
How long were you guys together?
3 years, little 3-piece.
Why did you break up?
Because I had to work on myself. Someone said humble.
took
I'm
that
kinda...
6 months to work on yourself.
Exactly. I've been in therapy. I've been meditating, doing all that. Clap it up for all that.
I love that. Yes.
Big old titties. Yeah, I'm hoping to get to know y'all a little bit more. So, contestant number 1.
My name is Asta. Fun fact about me.
Asta, you like black clover? That's my first question. You got a 5-leaf clover in your back pocket?
I am a Fortnite virgin. I am not a party gal. I like to stay home and absolutely just grind, build Fortnite.
Oh, wait. By Fortnite virgin, I thought you meant like I'd never played Fortnite before.
Nope, that's all I play is Fortnite. I never leave my house. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. I'm so illiterate in video games, I didn't understand what you meant by that. I don't game whatsoever. I've never played Fortnite one time my entire
We
life.
can change that. I'll carry you.
Ooh. Ooh.
Damn, you can chug that jug.
Yeah. Number 2. Can you tell me your name and something about yourself?
Hi, my name is Asia, and some facts about me is I'm a brain rot enthusiast, I'm a ghostwriter, a model, and I can do a cartwheel sometimes.
Ooh. Oh.
Wait, before you said brain rot, contestant number 2, what kind of brain rot are we talking about here?
Oh gosh, You know the memes of like low budget Indian movies?
Wait, are you talking about those like crazy action sequences in Bollywood? Oh, I love that shit.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, they're hilarious.
No, not like triple R, like good Indian movies. She's talking about like when there's like a guy in like a TikTok video walking up to a hole and the hole's filling up with water and there's like a woman who's like, oh, help me out. It looks like it's made of cardboard.
And then there's like an iMovie explosion that gets like photoshopped in the back and a tiger. Yeah.
So just picture that, you guys in bed watching that for hours.
No, stop. Don't do me like that.
Listen, I do enjoy a good brain rot scroll, bro. Like that's why usually my weekends for. It's just brain rotting, to be honest. Like so you need a good brain rot session than just TV or bed rot TV. That's what I enjoy.
That's an exquisite adventure. Okay, sick. What's a Ghost Rider? Like you write for other artists or like you ride motorcycles or something?
I wish I rode motorcycles. No, I write for artists.
Oh, cool. What's
You ever heard of Drake?
Oh my
Drake.
god.
Drake.
Yeah, I just so happen to be Drake's Ghost Rider.
Oh wow.
She calls him Aubrey.
Yeah, you know Aubrey? Like, is that your boy or what?
Yeah, that's bro.
Are you being serious? I can't tell if you're being serious.
No,
Or you're
he's not Drake's Ghost Rider.
Bro, like, how did you not pick up on that sarcasm? He's a bit slow. He's a bit slow, guys. It's okay.
Please.
You're Bow Wow's Ghost Rider.
Okay.
See, that would have been a good opener line right there. You know, that should have been like the first joke.
All right.
Number 3. What's up?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh,
How are
you
you?
have a really lovely voice.
Thank you.
Do people tell you that all the time or no?
I do sing, so maybe when I sing, but not when I talk usually.
Can you sing for us real quick, just something?
Hey, David, no.
What about,
So,
what
two.
about this? What about for Will if he asks, and he'll sing right back?
I literally said, no.
Oh, hey!
A fun fact about me is that I regularly eat an entire box of mints in one very quick sitting. I can't really keep them.
Not good for you.
Is it? Because I feel like they just are like air to me. I feel like it's just,
Well, most mints have like no calories whatsoever, but you know. I don't know. Is it unhealthy to eat mints like that? I don't know. I always have Altoid. I like eating Altoids, so.
like negative calories. I don't know.
Farts must be nice.
Number 4.
Your favorite movies and shows together. Because Disney Plus.
Skip.
Hello, Will.
Hello.
Hello. My name is Marissa, and something that you probably wouldn't guess by looking at me is that I really like
Got nice toes, you know. Good pedicure. Not bad, not bad.
planes. I love to watch them. So like a first date would be like getting in and out and then going to LAX and watching planes take off and like land.
She might be a bit autistic. I might like that. I'm not gonna hold you. I like watching planes, bro. Like that. She sounds like a vibe because of that.
On TikTok who loves trains?
That's me, but with planes.
No, who like literally freaks out every time a train. You haven't seen this guy?
No.
Oh my God, he's the best.
Can I be honest? Contestant number 4, when you said you wouldn't guess this by looking at me, I love planes. By looking at your photo,
I wasn't gonna say it.
you look like you fucking love planes. I have seen contestant number 4 wildly different than her photo.
Yeah.
And does not looks like now looks like she fucking hates planes.
Have you seen that movie with Tom Hanks where he gets stuck in the terminal?
Oh, wow. Terminal?
It's called Terminal.
Yeah, it's called Terminal.
What's the name of that movie where he's cast away?
Send me the link for that one too.
Oh yeah, it should be on Netflix or Hulu. Just
Or we
you
could
know,
watch it
put in the
together.
search engine. Oh.
Damn,
That's
she's
a good switch up.
Yeah.
You know what she reminds me of? Like a guy on a date. You know what I'm saying? That reminds me my bed's got feathers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I'm just like the one like, oh, that's really nice. What's up, number 5?
Hi, my name is Casimira.
Casimira.
Yes. My fun fact is that I can leg press 6 times my body weight.
Wow.
Hey, girl.
Can you give me the splits? Like I got some twigs on me. I need to. Can you
I could help you with the leg day.
Hey,
it would
let's
kill
go.
you.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate that. Number 6 with the McFlurry or the horchata.
What's up, My name's Naomi.
Hi, Naomi.
A fun fact is I always look different from like every other week. This picture of me right here, I don't look nothing to what I look like now. So
Okay.
if you ever come to me and be like, you know, I want to see other people, well, I can be other people. This version that I am, this version of me, like, it's like 330 something versions of me away. Like, trust me, you'll never get bored of me.
Like personality-wise too, or just like on appearance?
No.
Or?
My personality has never changed. I've always been me, but I get hotter and hotter, you know? I've evolved like a Pokemon.
I like the confidence.
Say more like a Digimon in this case, since you're always evolving and whatnot.
That's it. Period.
And they're so drastic too. I feel like Digimon would have been a better example.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do know the drill. I know I gotta eliminate someone right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might be 5.
It makes me feel very off. Did someone just meow? I might change my answer. No, I'm just playing. This is, like I said, this is very difficult. But at this point in my life, I feel like I need. This is tough. All right.
Oh!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I told you I can't count. Contestant number 6.
Interesting.
I
Okay.
feel like at this point in my life, I need a little bit more consistency.
Okay, and contestant number 6, you can show him what he f***ed up and missed out on.
Yeah, girl.
Oh,
Okay, that's a insane glow up. She is.
you don't look. Wow. Okay.
Nah, bro. that might have been a miss.
That's wild.
Will, what do you think?
I mean, there's obvious glow up. I'm sure people have told you that every single day of your life.
And then look, no more pimples. Start taking care of my skin.
Hey, you look great.
Not bad at all, bro. Not that is. I would have cried that night, bro. She sounds like a fun time for sure.
You look great.
And no more eyebrows. I got rid of them.
Yeah, eyebrows are out.
Yeah.
I got caterpillars. Are they out? I'll shave them off too.
I don't think you'll look great with them.
I don't think so either.
Not everybody can
That's
pull
for
it.
you. No, I can't pull that off for sure. All right. It's a pleasure to meet you. Bye.
I'm hungry.
And she likes to eat, bro. I like people with good appetites. I like people who enjoy food as well.
Okay.
That might have been a miss.
Okay, Asa, what would you rate yourself at the time you took this photograph? And what would you rate yourself now?
Societally, I'd say a -4. I was a pretty fugly kid.
Oh, don't say that.
On a distant world, you faced the enemy.
Listen. Be honest with yourself. Like there are some ugly kids out there, and that's okay. That's okay. You can be honest. But you know, when you have to glow up, though, totally fair.
Okay, now we don't need to be telling lies.
I'm saying, let's keep it a
We
beam.
don't need to be telling lies. Okay. All right. Now, maybe like an 8.
An 8. Love an 8. What do you feel like is the biggest change between the photo that you took in your before versus right now?
Turned my swag on. Got a couple of tattoos.
Tattoos, confidence. Probably lost some of the baby fat in the face too. I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's just like 1 or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Oh, you're covered head to toe.
No one's saying that.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, zip your whips.
I saw nothing.
Yeah, she's covered head to toe. Asia, how would you rate yourself at the time this photo was taken versus right now?
I'm gonna try and be generous with my younger self and say a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, we needed some improvement. Let's just say that.
Okay.
I think now I'm definitely a 10. Like I want to say it confidently.
Hey.
For sure.
Wow. I love the confidence.
Yeah, it's needed.
Number 3. Want to help me out or?
It starts with that.
No, I'm dead serious when I say I am blacking out up here. So like, there.
It's like Aisha, I think it was.
Deer in the headlights.
So my name's Elise.
Elise.
It's Elise. This is like I've so many crew, so many.
See, with me personally, I've been like, can you give me your name and which are yourself now versus back then? You know what I mean? Just so you could remember the names, because like it is a lot of information to like take in, like remembering 7 names off dome, first impression.
Beautiful, hopefully beautiful.
Hopefully.
Yeah, this guy, yeah, it's like, yeah, his charisma isn't there. Where's Chris Crocodile? I don't know, man. He's a bit off. What happened?
I mean, You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully.
He's blacking out, guys. He's
I'm blacking out. I'm blacking out. I told you. Nothing I'm saying is okay. You said Elise, right?
Yes.
I told
good
you.
job.
I knew that.
That was beautiful.
Elise.
Perfect pronunciation.
Elise. Okay, Elise. How would you rate yourself in this photo versus how you rate yourself now?
Well, the time this photo was taken, I thought I was stunting on these hoes. I was like, I'm a 10 for sure. Looking back now, I would say like a good like 3.4, maybe something like that. And now I'd give myself a solid 8.88 little angel number moment.
8.88?
Yeah.
You don't want to like round that up? Or?
No, I feel comfortable with 8.88. I've gotten my style together. Like I feel like I'm constantly improving, so.
Can I ask you just like an honest question?
It feels good, yeah.
What would bump that to like an even 9?
Probably get my frizz under control. Because I've owned the curls, but I definitely need to get some frizz control.
Frizz is cool. You ever like braid your hair?
Sometimes, yeah.
She got curly hair? She might be one.
That's how you get under control. Boom, easy.
Wow, thank you for that.
I got you. What the fuck, dude? All right. Sorry.
Oh, that was amazing to hear a man tell a woman to braid her hair. You're really a hero.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Don't take. I'm blacking out.
Just remember my name and we'll be fine.
Elise.
There we go.
Elise with a not an E.
Thank you. Well, it starts with an E, but pronounced with an so you got it.
At least I'm just checking to see how I look. Okay, I can sit like this. I'm sorry. I need to sit in awkward positions, bro. That's just how I work sometimes. That's how I get comfortable.
It's okay. He won't forget another name, and that's guaranteed.
100% because I'm not blacking out anymore.
Wow.
I think I got this.
Okay.
Wait.
He's almost there.
Wait.
It starts with an M.
You're thinking of the next girl.
With an M?
Number 4.
Yes.
You did forget the number.
Me.
Count to
4.
Me.
Maria.
Marissa.
I got the ma.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let it slide once.
Thank you so much. Excuse me.
Hey, say the other two that you just missed. What was 2 and 1?
Yeah.
You got it.
You got it.
Asia.
Asta.
Oh, I remembered my name. How sweet.
And this also starts with an A.
Oh, God. It's 4 letters.
I know. I swear I know that. Asta. Dang. Okay. I was pretty good. Round of applause for me. Let's clap it up.
This dude.
He's like, clap for me, bitch. 0 and 4. Round of applause.
Contestant 4, how would you rate yourself in this photo and versus how you rate yourself right now?
Okay, well, I told you I invented the selfie, so I was very confident here at 11. I would give myself a 10 still. I feel like you can't talk badly about your younger selves. Like, it's very important. You gotta nourish the inner child, okay?
I love that.
And still, I think I'm a 10.
Love that.
So true.
Period.
Contestant number 5, how would you rate yourself in this photo, this awesome selfie that you took?
Oh, it's so bad.
No, it's not so bad at all. Versus how you rate yourself now.
I would say a 2 to a 3 in the photo.
Okay.
And then I would say a solid 9.
Solid 9.
Solid 9. I might give it to her.
Can always improve.
Like right now. I think all those are good picks. I really don't know, to be honest. Like, because it's really just a guessing game. Like, who do I pick? I feel like they're all gonna look decent when they come out. I'm very curious about these two. These two for sure. I know these girls are gonna be decent, but I am curious about her as well and her confidence. 8.8. She sounds, but she has curly hair though, so she sounds interesting. But like these two, I think gonna be like crazy changes for sure.
What was the biggest change that you feel like you went through from the photo that you took in this picture versus right now?
I would have to say confidence, self-worth, and like 139 pounds.
Okay. Hey. I will say, I mean, you're ripping a mirror selfie in this photo. You seem pretty confident in this pic.
Delusion.
Your words, not mine. That's hey. You look fantastic. I'm sure. Before I make my elimination, I have to ask one more question. I love to cook. I went to culinary school. Food is super important to me. If you were a dish, what would you be and why?
I'd have to say lasagna. Probably 'cause it's my favorite food. Garfield that ass over here. And also because it has a lot of layers. There's a lot of...
This phone is new.
Solid answer. And lasagna is a pretty good food.
By Back Market. It can do everything a brand new.
If you wanted to know some extra lore about me, that was like one of the first actual dinners I mastered was lasagna, and I was very proud of that. Like my lasagna hits. My friends know about that too, bro. Like I made lasagna like a few times. Like my lasagna, decent. Made like a good stew for the meat sauce. Layered it, bro. Has a nice crust on top. Fantastic. Lasagna hits. My chili is really good. And like it's kind of made for chili dogs. Like I make it with the intention in the back of my head that I'm gonna make chili dogs with this. Like that's the goal for my chili. You know what I mean? But it's really good standalone with just, you know, chips and cheese as well. Because like I don't like my chili with like a lot of, you know, vegetables in it, like the onions chopped up one. Like I just kind of want to be like the meat and the beans, and like some onions in the background, but not heavy with it. Like it should be like almost adding seasoning to your chili, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So yeah, I prefer my chili just to be like just the meat and the beans. That's the base for sure. But the onions and tomatoes and whatnot is like helpful for the season, but you like kind of pull those out to get like that strong, nice meat bean brew juice. It's my chili's solid. That's all I gotta say.
Layers to me as a person and my personality and my level of brain rot.
Okay.
Literally.
That's fantastic. Asia, if you were a dish, what would you be and why?
Probably be a filet mignon because I got that meat on me.
What do you mean by that? Like, bro, you got that meat on you? Like, that's a wild thing to say. Like, I know what she meant, bro, but that could be interpreted as something else.
Pleasure. It's a pleasure to meet you, Asia.
I can back that up.
Yeah. I love filet mignon. All right, Elise, if you were a dish, what would you be and why?
Probably a wine glass, because I'm top heavy and I have rosé.
Sha.
Girl.
I didn't even get that.
Okay. What, at least red or white?
Red, probably.
Okay.
Because I have red ass cheeks, so my face is always red.
Red ass cheeks.
Rosacea, it's a skin condition.
Oh, that's dope.
This guy right here.
Marissa, if you were a dish, what would you be and why?
Okay, I would be an apple pie because they're sweet, they want to take care of you, they're comforting, and you want to take it home to your mom.
Wow. That's a good answer. That was a fantastic.
Solid answer for sure.
That's the answer. I love apple pie. All right, Kazi.
Hi.
If you were a dish, what would you be and why?
I would be all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue because I'm not just a dish. I'm a whole meal. And
That's not bad. That's a really good answer. I like barbecues, all you can eat, and I like buffets.
when you think there's not enough of me, more just keeps coming.
Low key, still on that. If someone ever asks me that if I'm a dish, what would it be?
I really,
Might be number 2. Might be.
This is the worst part. Since I asked for food and someone gave me a beverage.
Ah!
Clip number 3. Elise.
Damn.
I didn't lie. The red ass cheeks?
No, she cute for sure. I like it.
William, nice to meet you too.
I
How
like
are
the
you?
green.
Oh, thank you. You have green eyes too.
So when was this photo taken?
I was probably like 12 at my grandparents' house. Just got a fresh little tan, was feeling myself, so.
Yeah, you're posing there too.
You are. I was gonna say you're feeling.
Do we
yourself.
look similar?
Yes.
I'm just a sucker for curly hair, bro. I'm sorry. Like, curly hair on anybody just looks good. Like, this is automatic win. I for sure would have been like, dang, slight miss.
Yeah?
My voice also just went up.
Yeah, no, and it's okay to lie.
All right, ladies, I have had one too many super embarrassing moments in my life. I would love for y'all to tell me something that happened in your life that was maybe the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you. Asta, I would love to start with you.
I peed my pants on the 8th grade DC trip. Not only that, but also had to walk around all day in said pee pants because none of the gift shops sold pants.
And in 8th grade too. Ugh. No, that's rough. That is actually rough. That 8th grade that's going to high school. That you're a soldier. I'll say that you're a. Oh my goodness.
Billy Madison's.
Dude, yes.
I can control my bladder now. I
You
can
can control the bladder?
Yeah. I do my Kegels.
I don't know if I ever peed in my pants. I have to say. I pooped my pants. I pooped my...
That's worse. Why would you say that? Well, we're talking about embarrassing moments, but Jesus.
He said that with emphasis. I pooped.
We're building the most helpful AI.
Why?
So you can inspect 800,000 packages a day, catch phishing attacks, and help coders, well, code. Let's make it happen.
Love was nearly lost
Okay,
until...
Skip that.
No, that's
I
not
shit
worse.
myself. You should have kept that to yourself.
You think that's
Should've.
not
No, it's a
worse?
human experience.
No, I appreciate it. You're making me feel better.
No, as like a guy, you can kind of like always figure out a place to go pee, but like, you know, sometimes you try to sneak a little fart and then sometimes something happens and like...
Don't trust the fart.
I haven't done it like, I didn't do it yesterday. Like I, you know.
Oh,
I
when
just,
did you do it?
like a couple weeks ago. No, I'm just
Okay,
like,
so don't trust your fart.
I'm just playing, I'm just joking.
I'm joking.
Give me that.
Asia, what is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you?
During my first kiss, I was at 6th grade camp, and it was super dark, and I missed my crush's lips 3 times when we were going in, and he spread a rumor to everyone that I couldn't kiss, but I just couldn't see anything.
And you haven't kissed ever since. Damn.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
How often do you think about that experience?
I think about it often. Ryan, if you're watching this,
Ryan, man, come on, man. She was just
I
trying.
never saw him after 6th grade camp ever again.
Oh.
My arch nemesis.
Shout out, Ryan.
Shout out, Ryan.
I'm sorry you went through that. You haven't had anything embarrassing that has ever happened to you since 6th grade? That's pretty good.
Contestant number 2, didn't you ruin like a very important pair of shoes when you were at the foster care playing at the...
Bro, I'm sorry. I kind of just.
Anything embarrassing that has ever happened to you since 6th grade? That's pretty good.
Contestant number...
She is actually my type. This is someone I would go after. Her too, for sure. Her maybe, but like her, most definitely yes.
2, didn't you ruin like a very important pair of shoes when you were at the foster care playing at the NBA?
What?
Wait.
Like Mike Bow Wow?
I should have got that joke. I didn't get that joke.
No, it's not my
That
best.
was a
It's okay.
phenomenal
Let's move
joke.
on.
That was a deep cut, and I should have got
It's
that.
gonna get cut from the video. No one will know I ever said it, so I don't give a shit.
Now that has to go, and the silence after it, the silence following
No,
it
the silence. I'm gonna put in laugh track. So you're. Didn't you ruin like a very important pair of shoes when you were at the foster care playing at the NBA? Like Mike Bow Wow?
Marissa, what is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you?
Okay, I feel like embarrassment's kind of like a mindset. Like you can't be embarrassed unless like you get embarrassed, like you feel it, you know?
Period.
So I try to not think that way, but when I was little, I wet the bed till I was like 13.
13? Jesus. That's like wetting the bed. I say that had to stop like around like 3rd grade, maybe 4th. Yeah, like it stops when you're 10 years old. I feel like that's the age rate. After 4th grade, buddy, you got lock in. Because you're in what, 6th grade, wetting the bed still?
So I had to wear pull-ups. I don't know if you know what those are, but they're like diapers for like teenagers. So I never really went to like sleepovers, but the one time I did go to a sleepover, I brought my pull-up with me and I wore it at night. I like snuck out and I put it on, went to bed, and in the morning I went to go like change and take it off so the girls didn't suspect me. And in the morning I went, rolled it up, threw it in the trash can, thought I was cool. The mom of my friend at the time took it out of the trash can, rolled up, and she brought it to like the little tent where we were all sleeping, and she asked whose it was.
Oh, that's diabolical.
That mom is evil. Like, bro, someone. Oh my goodness.
She was diabolical. But my my best friend at the time, we've been friends since we were 3 and we're still friends, she took the blame for me. And she said it was hers because I was a little bit more like shy and she was like the girl that would beat everyone up. So she was like, it's mine, like what about it?
W
And
friend.
it went over well.
That is a insanely good friend. Like knowing your friend is a nervous Becky, and you locked in for sure. No, nervous Nancy. There we go. That's insane though. And I was like, oh, whose is this? Like, bro, what? In front of all the girlies? Stop it.
Oh, nobody told her.
But wasn't the mom like, yo, I never bought these for you?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't her mom.
Multiple girls in the same
I
boat.
see. That's a ride or die.
Yeah,
That's
we're still friends.
cool. You should call her like once a week for sure.
Right. I think that's a green flag too, like longevity, friendship.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Didn't you say that pissing your pants is worse than shitting your pants like a couple minutes ago?
I've been thinking about it since I said it.
No, I'm sorry, but pooping your pants is actually embarrassing, bro. Like that's just disgusting. Like peeing, maybe we could get away with that. Not really, but like it's not as bad as pooping. That's just like a whole mess. That's just, bro, you have no real self-control if you pooped yourself.
Kazzy, what is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you?
Well, I was gonna tell you about the time I fell down an entire flight of stairs in front of my youth group, but I feel like I now have to say I once trusted a fart in a towel in front of.
This is Wix Studio, the platform for agencies and enterprises, built to meet any brief.
My entire family in the living room,
Nice.
and it went where you thought it went.
Everywhere.
Yep, on the floor.
Oh.
Shitters on this cast, dude.
And everyone here has done it at some point. Everyone here has done it at some point. Or not.
Nope.
Or not.
I haven't pooped myself since I was a baby, and I haven't peed on myself since like. When was the last time I peed? It had been like 3rd or maybe 4th grade. No, because I had the Spider-Man covers for a little bit. It was like back in Park Forest. So yeah, it had like the last time I think it was like 3rd grade. Maybe 4th. No, I think it was 4th grade. It was 4th grade. I was like 9. That was the last time for sure. Yeah, I was 9 years old.
I appreciate the honesty, everyone, you know.
And now you have to eliminate one of them for their honesty.
No way.
All right, the tough part, we know what's about to happen here. Unfortunately, I have to eliminate one of y'all. Appreciate the honesty, I really do, but I think I'm gonna have to eliminate only one of us in this arrangement.
Wow, she's actually. I can't wait to see her though.
Should be able to shit their pants. So Kazzy, for that reason.
I understand.
That she's not bad. She is not bad at all. Looks a bit old though, a little bit older, but she looks good though. She looks good. She looks good.
Hi, I'm William.
Hi.
Nice to meet
How's it
you.
going?
You're so
Nice to-
pretty.
Thank you.
What a freaking glow up, dude.
Yeah, she cute though for sure. Like yeah, like that insane glow up. Looks great. Like most definitely.
Yes, 2022.
How many pounds did you say?
140, 39, yeah.
Hey, and that's if you still had the weight, it'd be great too. But like, shout out to you. That's really amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Through bodybuilding.
Wow. Hey, round of applause. So nice to meet you too. So nice to meet you as well. I'd love to ask y'all another question, but first, a little bit about me. When I moved to Greece, we started going out. You know, we started experiencing the nightlife at a very young age. The first time I went to a nightclub was when I was 14. Totally legal. Mom and Dad, I don't know what you were thinking, but so I want to know, what is something really crazy that you did when you were growing up? Asta?
I feel like you wouldn't be super surprised if you could see me right now, but get beat by my dad. I cosplayed a punching bag.
Oh shit.
Oh my God, Asta.
I'm really sorry.
No, it just trained me how to take a punch.
Oh shit.
Bro, she might be a baddie or just mad, but she has personality. I can tell you that she is a true gamble. Jeez. Because that's an insane thing to say. Oh, I got people by my dad. And dropped it so casually too. She might be the one. I'm not gonna hold you.
Asia.
Like, in that situation, you gotta match energy and, you know, say something witty back, you know what I mean? If you go over it, then they're gonna feel bad because, like, they were trying to, like, that was her showing her personality, like, her jokes, like, how she deals with, like, stuff, and he didn't know how to take that well. Like, that was an insane curveball. Like, that's kind of hard to not circumvent, but, you know, approach. What do I say?
Just no acknowledgement is crazy.
What was something crazy that you did or experienced when you were growing up?
At age 14, you were going out to clubs and I was winning the National West Pokemon Card Championship.
She's into Pokemon? I do like collecting cards. I feel like the card game isn't that great, but collecting cards are cool. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game, that game is fantastic for sure, like top tier. But the card itself is kind of you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I'm just shook off answer one. Holy shit. I started blacking out again. I ended it and now I'm back in.
Hey,
Okay.
He might drop pasta salad after that one. I don't know.
I
But
say about the lasagna, bro. There's layers.
Okay, you can laugh. Yeah, you can laugh.
I ain't laughing at that. It's just, Marissa, what is something crazy that you used to do or experience growing up as a kid?
I'm Latina, so I didn't do anything crazy. I was barely let out the house.
Okay.
But I did start a makeup company at 15, and I did like formals, proms, I did weddings, and I bought my first car with the money I made when I was 15 and a half.
Wow, so you're super ambitious.
How much was the car?
It was like 26K. It was a Fiat.
Wow.
Have you guys ever heard of Fiat?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
You still doing that company?
No, I don't do makeup anymore.
That's a huge mistake. It seems like that was working really well.
What was the moment you were like, you know what, I hate making money, I'm just gonna like end this? What?
I think I just lost passion for it. So once you're not having fun like doing things like for work, then I feel like it's done.
I agree. I agree with that.
It's all planes from now on, baby.
so Marissa got money, it seems, huh? Not to look into that, to be honest. Like, if talking about personalities and whatnot, like, seems like she knows how to get that bag.
What are you passionate about?
Going on Poppy Studios.
Wow, felt fake, felt fake.
That felt really fake.
You've gotten to know these three women in particular, all the women, but these three have made it the furthest. Would you say that like they're in your circle now? Like once you're friends with someone, you know, you stay tight. Like in the Greek world, is it just like people stay close?
Oh yeah, loyalty is everything. Absolutely.
All right, so which one are you gonna eliminate?
I wish I could keep all three of you, but
We know what's gonna
I love
happen.
hearing about
It's gonna be Asta, but I really want to see how she looks like too.
past
So
and all that, but I think little too dark, little too soon. Hasta la vista.
Damn, bro, that hit harder than my dad.
And I feel
bro, she's actually funny.
because I really do feel like we'd be like super tight. Wow.
Actually, kind of my type too. The next tattoo's drastic, but like, nah, I do find this attractive. Can't hold you. Sorry.
Oh, William, it's so nice to meet you. How are you?
Good.
So wait, how long ago was this photo?
It's, I think I was like 8,
And now how old are you?
22.
I'm a big softie, so I gotta ask you, how bad did the blackout on the neck hurt? That was probably brutal, no?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I actually got a t-shirt made that says, yes, my neck tattoo hurt.
Nah, most definitely, for sure, 110%. I knew she was gonna be a keeper. Just funny and whatnot. I don't mind a lot of tattoos as long as they just look cool. You know what I mean? So I don't care.
Can imagine. Holy shit. Wow, it's really nice to meet you. I'm sorry. It's a pleasure.
You know,
that was
you
a
know
lot
what's
of fun.
great about that too? She told us when we got to know her a little bit. She was like, the worst question a guy asked me is, did your neck tattoo hurt?
Did you really say that? Oh my God.
That's the worst question. But hey, now
Is
we
that
know.
one of the most common questions that people ask you though?
Not men.
Ooh.
So
Yeah,
I do have also another feature that does typically garner male attention,
Okay.
unwanted male attention, but my tongue is split.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I knew Ball. I was like, it's gonna be an insane. She has a berserk tattoo, bruh. She knows Ball. Yeah, yeah.
It can move separately like.
Can I? Do they have those? We're not gonna cheat, obviously. Let's Asta, if you don't mind. Yeah, no, she's fine, most definitely. Just talking about she likes Fortnite only. Vagabond. What's this? What she got over here? Bit unfortunate, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Gotta make your bread somehow. Let's see if Twitter's all right. Hopefully it's good. Okay, it's not safe for work content, so we don't click on that. All right then. Still a baddie though. No, we're saving that video for later. Nah. Most definitely would. Most definitely would. Either the type to ruin your life or like one of the most loyal girls out there, to be honest. No in between. As you can see, Short did not respond. Message unrelatable. This content may have been deleted. What the? Okay, so I guess you deleted the... It's her main? What happened here? Oh, that's some... Oh, I think she got her main back, probably? I don't know. I don't want to double back and send another message again, to be honest. We'll just take that as an L. It is what it is. But, yeah. Asta... She was bad. I'm not gonna hold you. What was the other one? Asta. I think it was Alyssa. I don't remember to be honest.
Watch, I can clap.
Let's go.
That was fucking awesome, dude. Oh, it's so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, thank you.
Nah, for sure.
Final two. I have one more question. If the girl in that photo saw you today, what do you think they would say to you? Asia, I'll start with you.
I already know if I saw my younger self and she saw me, she'd be like, oh my gosh, you're so freaking cool. Like, it does get better. We really do get kind of sexy, huh?
I know my younger self. Like, I wish I do things for your younger self, your younger child, whatnot, make them happy and whatnot. And, like, I think my younger self would be happy that, you know, I'm really funny. Personality, could talk to people and whatnot, have friends, and like just have a community of people around, you know what I mean? Because younger me felt like, bro, why is making friends kind of hard, but then making real friends and whatnot over time is like, whoa, wait a second, I actually have people that genuinely like me. I have like true friends, and like I think my younger self see me would be like, I actually am a cool guy, and that would make him happy. Just the way I want to dress, impress people, being funny and cool, and truly charismatic, you know. Younger me will be proud. He'll give me a hug for sure. And I'll give him the hug that I need when I was younger.
I would be like, yeah, we do. And then I would dap her up and like take her to an arcade or something.
Oh, that's cool. That was beautiful.
You think she'd ask you anything?
She would probably be like, what are we doing right now? Like, are we in college? Like, what happened? I would be like, no, we dropped out.
Marissa, same thing for you.
She would probably be super hyped that we're embracing our curly hair. When I was little, I would straighten the hell out of it.
She got her curly hair back? She might be a dub. Who was the shorty that I was looking at? It was like the bleach blonde almost. Was it? Yeah, it was her. Yep, I got good eyes, guys. And she got a small account too. This might be an easy DM. Easy. When did this video drop? July 20th. Oh, this was today. She's gonna probably be flooded with stuff, or maybe not. Any reels? Leo and Libras. Is she a Leo? No, but she is bad. I gotta find a. 9 comments, 2 comments, 11. Yeah, I don't think people DM'd her at all. Yeah, so we for sure gonna shoot some shots. I won't shoot tonight. I don't like shooting at, we'll shoot like around like a good afternoon time. But yeah, no, she is for sure easily a baddie, and I'm DMing. That was Naomi. So Naomi and Asta right now, they got it. But Marissa might be a true winner.
I hated it. I didn't know how to do it, and now it's curly and big, and it's fun.
And then Marissa, what about like an overall? Like besides the hair, what do you think she would say?
Oh, she'd also be happy that we got laser hair removal. No eyebrow, no unibrow, no mustache. Yeah, she'd be pleased about that.
That's beautiful.
Well, why do you think you should choose you? Like,
I'm super understanding and fun, and there will never be a dull moment with me.
And Marissa?
I think that 2 holes just make a person complete. So if we came together,
2 holes? 2 holes?
2 holes, just make a bigger hole.
Really, like, okay, you know.
I mean, we do have 2 holes, but what do you mean 2 holes?
We don't have 2.
We do. We have 3.
Which is kind of funny too. I like girl with some gruffness to her voice. That's why I prefer.
Okay, you know when people are like,
I know what you're trying to say.
Like my perfect half, like we have to be whole and then we come together.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
2 halves.
2 holes make a hole.
I'm just trying to make his life better and vice
2 holes.
versa. You know what I mean? Like that's okay.
No, I know what you're saying.
He's picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah, I've been slipping up all day. That was really cute.
I think I blacked out.
That was, hey.
Using his lingo, smart.
Together.
Yeah,
Oh,
wow.
that's so romantic.
Oh my gosh. That's really beautiful.
So Will, you now have a choice to make: someone who is confident and fun, and someone with 2 holes.
2 holes to be exact.
2 holes. 2 holes make a bigger hole. I wish I could take both y'all on a date.
He's gonna pick Marissa, I think. I know.
Actually am very excited to see both of you. It's been really, really cool talking to both of y'all. But I got to go with my gut instinct. Asia, I'm sorry.
No, my girl.
I apologize.
Oh, 110%. Jesus, there actually have been any misses. Like, they were all attractive. Jesus Christ. Like, bro, what? This is 10 up. Jesus Christ, yeah. Chill vibe, bro, yeah.
So pretty.
110%. So right now it's Asia, was it? Yeah, Asia, Naomi, Asta, like they got it. But I am curious about Marissa.
I'm William. Nice to meet you.
See, you're never gonna meet Drake.
You can't meet Aubrey, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Oh, and she's a ghostwriter. Oh yeah, yeah. So she got eliminated. We could check out 20K. Oh yeah, 130%. It's just going up. Man, it's missing out, bro. That is wifey right there.
I love your hair.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you have really nice hair.
Thank you. Do I take this with me or?
Can I keep it?
Bro, you turned it down.
You can't keep it.
Oh, no.
You missed out. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow. Can I say the reason why I ended up choosing you as well?
Yes, I'd love to know.
I love an ambitious baddie. That's like, to me, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Now, I do question you stopping the makeup line. I think we should talk about that and like maybe revisit that. Let's get the bread up. But no, I felt really good vibes with you, and yeah, I can't wait to see you. So the person that I am obviously picking, the original selfie god, Marissa.
You got me.
Oh, she fine too. Yeah. There weren't any misses per se. Like there were no, like everyone was like, damn, yeah. I'll be upset if I missed out on that. You know what I mean?
You are so pretty. It's so nice to meet you. How are you? How are you?
Good. How are you? No.
Bruh, Naomi, she's kind of funny.
No.
Glow up.
Yep.
But the original stuff, you look fantastic in this too. You're so pretty.
Do you think I look the same?
You do look the same. Yes, yes, you do.
Can you try to do that face as close as possible?
I feel like I need like a little flower.
Can I try to do the face?
It honestly looks more like you.
Yeah, like there weren't any misses in this episode. They were all very attractive.
For sure. Yeah, yeah.
You're cute.
Oh, thank you. You're beautiful.
Oh.
And I do like a girl with a nose. That might be weird, but I like girls with noses, bro. I do like noses. I'm sorry. That's what I'm into.
It's nice to meet you. Absolutely.
And she embraced the curls too. Like, bruh.
Hey, I think he's very.
I will say, her and Marissa, no, Alyssa, are pretty close, I think. Yeah, let's Alyssa. Let's just see what to be posting. Then Marissa. Oh, their names rhyme too. Jesus, realized that. Yeah, no. They are. Is there like a three-peat she has that's easy to do? Let me do like that. Yeah, they're pretty attractive. Yeah, they both got it. That's money.
Very cute.
Oh,
He's
thank you.
tall. He has pretty eyes.
That was a good episode. That was fun. But wasn't there a video of like Superman versus the Gauntlet, whatever? I gotta find him, don't I? God damn it. Oh, we had a Drew skip. We could watch that tomorrow, though. We could watch that tomorrow. Not him. There we go. Bay Talks. Yeah, well, Superman ranking. What? I thought for sure. No. You're welcome. In the video. So I guess it wasn't him. Ranking Marvel Heroes. Okay, I guess it's a different guy, the same format. All right, let's check this out because I don't mind. Andrew Sloat's been annoying me, to be honest, so I don't mind some slander on him.
Sagar and the Schultz crew about a lot of the stuff that we discussed, and so I thought you and I would sit down. Since Sagar actually asked some good questions.
There was a lot of criticism from the quote independent or not non-independent media, and they were like, "Well, Trump is going on these podcasts to kind of whitewash his reputation and basically to not face like quote tough journalistic questions."
Yeah, it just depends what your expectation of journalism is. If you're in front of me, I'm going to ask you the things that I'm curious about. People are like, "Why don't you ask him about Epstein?" I'm like, "Oh, so he can give the same answer he's given for the last 2 decades."
You know, when we had Trump on, people were like, "Why didn't you ask him about Epstein?" I was like, so he could give the same answer that he's given 100 times about being with Epstein? Like,
why do you ask a politician any question when they've already answered every question 100 times during any other interview? Well, you ask the question because they keep a track record. What did you say over the years? What did you say over all this lengthy period? And more importantly, what did you say to me? And then we have more evidence of them stating a specific thing. Or if there's a change, that we can look to this point and be like, well, he said this initially.
It's hard to reach your goals when your teams are pulled in too many directions. With the
you get a
that issue is like also it's like the same with policies. Like, what are your policies? Like, yeah, you got to ask. That's a question that I always get asked, but you want to ask that thing, you know, break down that as well. You know what I mean? So like that's like a weak sidestep. There we go, to avoiding the question or asking the question.
And unfortunately for Trump, he doesn't have that many times where he's been asked about Epstein. Surprisingly,
Personally, no.
No.
I think his team has been asked more
Than him.
Than him.
I had three things I wanted to ask him
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
I wanted him to acknowledge he was going to protect IVF. It's obviously important to me. It's how my wife and I were able to conceive.
He's been asked about IVF dozens of times. You asked
Oh, really? That's crazy.
him that, but you didn't ask him about Epstein. Why? Because for you it was important to get him on the record and it mattered to you. None of the questions that you chose that were seemingly important to you or whatever were first times. So that's why when you say, there's no reason for me to ask him about Epstein, he's already answered. It's like, no, he hasn't answered it that often, really, truly. And there's also opportunities for follow-up questions. You're like, okay, you will release it. Okay, well, why did in your first term, why was it your attorney that you elected the one who gave Epstein the sweetheart deal? That could have been a fair question to answer.
Very true, yeah. Again, like, it's obvious that Andrew Schultz was a fan of Trump or whatnot. Or was on the Trump train, I should say, hype train. And wanted to ask me these lowball questions just to, get him out there, have his audience watch him, just, give Trump that extra, I think, public eye, I think it is. I don't know the lingo for it per se, but you know what I mean, like, get him out there to the public and, make sure he gets their appraise, if that makes sense.
Too. So there's follow-up ways where you can make that valuable. But to pretend like there was no value in asking him anything related to Epstein seems a bit odd since you claim to care about it so much now.
Andrew, you specifically have come under a lot of fire recently as the podcast bro, the guy who led the way for Trump, but now is apparently having some regrets.
You don't know that? Trump had no support until Andrew said he was going to vote.
It's funny, I know.
He was gonna lose.
Okay, but let's put it this way. I wouldn't say it swung the election, but I also wouldn't say that it wasn't not unimportant to have Trump on all of these.
Which is what we said.
Yeah.
Right? Akash did the same thing, was like,
I agree too. Like, it didn't. Trump would have won without the podcast. Yes, but him being on the podcast did help a little bit, if that makes sense. There was still influence. That podcast helped with his influence.
You know what I'm getting a lot of? You talked to him, you platformed him, as if he was at 0%. And then we talked to him, and then he won the election.
At the end of the day, did you participate in his improving image? Yes.
I'm not saying that you're the
Oh my god, dude, should we watch? I feel like maybe because I watched that video, maybe because I'm thinking I'm saying points right now. They're just saying repeating them. That's insane.
You're the only reason, the sole reason that he won the election.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had influence. It's fine.
I'll tell you why it's up for grabs. Because we're allegedly this big MAGA podcast, and Pete Buttigieg comes on and has the biggest interview of his career. Not our biggest interview of our career. His biggest interview.
How can you say you have no influence, but you just gave somebody the biggest interview of their career? You understand what I say when I don't understand their whole claim of we didn't influence anything? It's you can give somebody the biggest interview of their career, but you can also say you didn't have any influence.
For me, I think one of the reasons for the rise in podcasting opposed to normal or traditional media is that you have people asking questions that they're authentically interested in instead of asking questions that they think that their boss wants them to ask or they're worried their base wants to ask. Because now you're not even curious in the questions you're asking them out of fear of retribution from your audience, and now you're captured by your audience instead of your own curiosity.
Okay. And I think this is the intersection between podcasters, comedians, and political commentary. I completely understand this stance when you are talking to an author of a book or to your favorite video game player. Fine, ask what you're curious about. But when you're talking about the President of the United States who's on the election trail with the opportunity to be in the powerful seat, you have a bit of a civic duty to your fellow citizens to ask the stuff that's important. I get it.
I do agree with that. Yes, that does make sense. It's your podcast, so ask what you're interested about, that's you're curious about, but at the same time, you are talking to someone who's in the election, so make sure to ask questions for the people as well, so they get that point of view as well. It's your civic duty to ask some important questions for the people. At the same time, you gotta understand the position you're in.
It might not be important to you whether or not Medicaid is cut, but for a lot of your viewers who it may inform their views on this matter, the fact that you don't ask is, I think, a bit weird.
I think it would be his duty if he was a journalist, but he's not a journalist. He's not a journalist.
Right.
And maybe we hold him accountable for a lot of things because journalism nowadays is so much horse shit that everybody's looking other avenues and other platforms that are not journalists. And we kind of hold him accountable to the same standard, and I don't think we necessarily should. I believe that he invited Trump on his podcast he can ask whatever question he is. He's not a news outlet. Whereas a podcaster, even though they have a lot of influence, they don't have a mandate to anybody. They don't owe the citizen to do a journalistic report.
That is true. I get what he's saying. You're a podcast. You don't owe the citizens, your audience, anything. You could ask whatever you want to ask. But like I was said before, you are in a very, or they were in a very unique position where they can ask those questions because, again, you are in this unique position where you are talking to someone who's running for president. So yes, ask your fun questions that you want to do, but at the same time, take in where the position you're at right now. Like, ask some of those actual hard-hitting questions, you know what I mean, for the people. It's not your duty to do so, but like, it's kind of hard I'm trying to find an analogy. You don't have to help the grandma cross the road. The grandma has done it by herself for years and years. It's just the right thing to do. You're not obligated to do so. It's not your civic duty. It's just, hey, this is something, you're here right now. You have this unique opportunity. Offer the help, throw the bone, be like, I'm just going to help out. Let me ask this, You don't have to do it, but it would just be nice if you did do it, if that makes sense. So yeah, we are holding to a standard of like journalism and whatnot, but at the same time, you're in this position where it would have been nice if you did so. And you not doing so was kind of upsetting to see.
And ask the right questions.
You say they don't have a responsibility because they're not journalists. I say they have a responsibility because they have influence, right? You may not operate like a journalist, but you shape public perception. You shape public image. The reason why journalism and all this stuff, when they do these interviews with Fox News or whatever, it shapes public image is because they're asking the questions that's going to make the viewer understand who this person is. Podcasters have just taken that spot. Whether they like it or not, they've decided they've thrown themselves into the political ring. That's why it also speaks to the fact that Trump decided to not do a lot of journalist settings in terms of interviews, because he's like, why would I do that when I can go here and get softballs, easy interviews, and I get to shape public perception? So there's a reason why he did all those podcasts.
So to that, I'm saying he still doesn't have to do it. I believe that as a podcaster, you have the right to ask the right questions or not. A journalist, you have to. That's your job. Podcaster, don't have to. I wouldn't hold them more accountable to, you have to ask the hard questions.
You're saying I don't hold them as accountable. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying, do they have a responsibility? Those are different. That's
yes,
all.
Yes, to a lesser degree, but yes, they do.
So that's all. It can't just be, I want to ask what I'm curious about.
Okay.
I want to do the thing that I like. Okay, but we're coming on an election cycle where a lot of real world problems are going to maybe happen to your viewers, and all you want to ask about is fingers and toes?
Sorry for my silence. I went on Twitter real quick. I'm somewhat multitasking.
The left.
Let me pause real quick. I'm multitasking. I'm getting thumbnails for tomorrow. So I'm doing a couple of screenshots. All right. Should be straight now. Got a couple.
Independent media that I have been able to interact with, they have a theory that the podcast guys were basically taken for a ride. Look, Trump knew that he wasn't gonna get asked anything that he might. He basically wanted to use the audience to convince them that he was a normal dude and get them to vote for him. It's like, to the extent that you think that happened, speaking generally, like to the Theo Vaughn and Joe Rogan and Nelk Boys, and he obviously used that to some political advantage. Look, I'm telling you guys, this did happen. Like, I had multiple Trump interview requests in, and they were basically like, no. And I heard it off the record.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you're gonna ask him too hard questions. Like, this, it was quite literally told to me, right? now I think, I mean, there's a reason he's going on Theo Von and all, and other places because they didn't think that was going to happen.
And that was actually true for a lot of more serious journalistic channels where they would ask questions. They didn't have a chance. So when you say they don't have an obligation or responsibility, I'm like, I would agree if we lived in an ecosystem where journalists had access, podcast.
I'm agreeing more with God damn it, Abba here. Because at the end of the day, like, again, those journalists didn't get, those chances because they were afraid of asking the hard questions. So at that point, you're seeing right now, Trump is on all these other podcasts, all getting lowball questions. At that point, like, okay, everyone's asking lowball questions. Let me try to be the one that asks like the hard-hitting questions at this point, Let me do that because like the other people aren't getting a chance to ask hard-hitting questions.
He didn't do those spots, and it's for a reason. Yes. So when you become the substitute for them, even though you didn't have that coming in, you kind of taken over their spot, and now the questions never get asked.
You know what it is, man?
What's he?
No matter what happens, it's hard to admit or understand or that you were used because you think you did that thing out of free will, and you did. You invited him. He went. You asked a question that you wanted to ask. You did whatever you have to do. But it's hard, even for me, it would be, if I put myself in Schultz's position, it would be hard for me see that I could have been a tool.
Really?
I could have, him being him, I can understand that it's hard to admit. In the history of proving someone wrong, bringing facts to someone, and how we could have, it's never changed their opinion or their mind.
I disagree.
Most people, they don't.
Preach is a bit too nice. He's a bit too nice. I think Andrew knew what he was doing and was okay with what he was doing. And the only reason why now he has like this, regret is because Trump is not who he thought he was. Even though the whole world worried about him. He thought it was going to be a whole different situation. But Trump is doing a really bad job and now everyone's on the hate train because they're realizing how bad Trump is. Or most people are. Media is. Because like when the election was going on, it was like, no Kamala. It was just very divisive. And Trump was getting like a lot of praise, Twitter and whatnot. People were like cheering, like, we want Trump, yada, yada, yada. Now that Trump won, he's doing all this crazy stuff. It's like, wait a second. He's not as good as we thought he was. And now there's that regret. Because if Trump was doing like fantastic, like just doing everything he said, like lowering groceries, we weren't doing like World War III, scares and whatnot. That's going on like with Israel and stuff like that. Andrew Schultz will be on Trump easily, but like the fact that Trump has now lost the public love per se, it's like, okay, like this train is now dead. Let me hop off it and be like, hey, I'm just a comedian, just a podcaster. I like don't real influence. I'm the victim, quote unquote. You know what I mean?
Use facts to base
It's just that he thought he won, but really he lost at the end of the day, and now he has to deal with that. And now he's trying to do a backtrack in a way that doesn't look too much like a L, but like he still took a major L for sure.
And they use their feelings to make their opinion and the facts.
True.
Anyways.
Yeah, no, I actually what you're saying is poignant. And this part, if you can watch any part, this part is probably the most important. Sagar asks them a great question.
Final one, which I think is a very interesting question, is around vibes. And so the biggest critique I have seen, and I'll be honest, I even fell victim to some of this, was you guys were voting on vibes, not on policy. Not you specifically.
And I feel like that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I think that's actually dumb. Because I forgot people were saying, like, I'm voting off the vibes right now. And I feel like off of vibes, Trump's the guy. I'm like, if you actually did that, like, I think you might be mentally retarded. I'm sorry. Like, voting off of vibes, like, he has good vibes, but, he's going to make freaking drop-kicking puppies legal and whatnot. And you can make money off of that. Excuse me? I could drop-kick, like, policies are important. I feel like if you're voting off of just vibes, not, like, doing your own due diligence, that's just insane to me. Like, it's saying, like, people like that are allowed to vote. Like, it's just, what? That's dumb. That's actually dumb. I'm sorry. And I low-key feel like that's like a cop-out to say, like, hey, I'm voting for this guy because I like this guy. Like, they probably know the policy, but they just want to say, like, oh, it's off of vibes, man. I picked him off of vibes. And I just didn't like Kamala's vibe. Like, no, you just didn't like her. And there were probably some motivations behind it, whatever. You know what I mean? That's just On both sides, though, like I feel like that's just a dumb excuse for voting for a person and not touching the policies at all or doing your due diligence.
Specifically, but this contributed to the vibe-based election where you encourage people or got people, everyone was in a headspace where the vibe was that Kamala and Biden were awful and that Trump was awesome. So to the extent here that there is regret, was any of it, quote, vibes-based in retrospect?
If you remove vibes, I would say,
now we got to go help people customize and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual.
Block that.
Culture.
Yeah.
A specific, like, they invited me to go to the inauguration, and I didn't
Right.
go to the inauguration.
Good move in retrospect.
But it's, but in my opinion was like, if I go to the inauguration, I'm endorsing everything about you, right? I'm going there and celebrating this moment. It's like, no, you have some ideas that I would like to see implemented, and the second you don't implement those ideas, I'm on that ass. And if you do implement them, I'm going to praise you for implementing the ideas that I believe are good.
Sure.
But I think when you start going to the events and you start dancing and that kind of shit, then it makes it very difficult for you to hold that person to the fire.
Which is what we're watching right now. There's a lot of podcast guys who went to the inauguration, and now it's all very tepid, right? It's like, oh well, it's
up to them.
terrible, and they have bad advisors, and I'm like, well, it's not just the advisor. There's
You know what I like about this moment? One, the mention of the whole vibes thing, because a lot of people don't look at policy, they don't look at track record, they don't care about none of that. They don't really want to care about competency or nothing. They don't look at the first term. They just whatever they feel. And I like that Saga brings it up. And I also like what Andrew said. Andrew said what? I didn't go to the event. Why? Because I didn't want to look like I'm endorsing him. So Andrew's threshold for what endorsement looks like is I go to this event and I do the whole socializing thing, right? Which Joe Rogan did. A lot of other people did. Cool. A lot of other people's idea of endorsement is running a really softball interview. Andrew sees the problem with having too much proximity to the thing where it starts to affect you.
But when you don't answer proper questions, you do not have proximity. You have a little proximity with you when you act like you're chummy.
Yeah.
So that's a good point.
We see it with all kinds of platforms. We see it with the ones who interviewed Kamala. Like, do I believe that Shannon Sharp endorses Kamala Harris? Obviously, you watch 10 minutes of that interview, sucking her off the whole time and asking easy questions. You did the same thing for Trump. Whether you did it for Kamala or not doesn't matter. My whole point being is that's the perception that people gain when they watch an interview like that. When I watch certain news outlets interview Kamala, or when I watch Fox interview, it's clear they're endorsing him with how they're framing the interview. So I at least appreciate the fact that he recognizes.
And it's not because your candidate lost that you did not contribute to them having a little edge towards winning.
Sure, I agree.
So even though we could say the same, what you did with Trump, is the same thing that Sharp did with Kamala.
Absolutely.
And we have to, I think that if we understand that, even if she lost, he still gave her a little edge.
What's the difference though? The difference is this part of the internet branded themselves as being different from the mainstream, branded themselves as being authentic and willing to say taboos.
Yes.
Shannon Sharp works at ESPN.
Yes, he can't go
he
there.
He knows to toe them.
He can't
and
go
that's
there.
his brand.
He can't go there. Yeah.
That's the difference. And I don't expect anything from Shannon.
No.
I expect something from Joe Rogan. I expect something from the Flagrant podcast. I expect a different thing because they branded themselves differently. Even when they start the interview.
That's what you mean by.
I get what you're trying to say. Like these podcasters brand themselves like, hey, I say what I want to say type deal. Like you have the opportunity to do that and you really didn't stand on business for real. I get what you're saying.
You owe it to the public. You have a civic responsibility because of that.
Partially. I just personally think civic responsibility is about your community and your people. Like when I get in front of with a politician, I stand on stage with them, I am essentially having some kind of endorsement. This affects my community directly.
Mm-hmm.
I have a civic responsibility to my neighbors, the people who I don't pay for their bills and shit like that, but the politics that I can really influence more than them, I have a responsibility to them to make sure that I try not to just be considerate of what I need, right? Now, some people don't like a civic responsibility. They don't give a fuck about other citizens. It's just their values or whatever. But it's like me, it's not that. Like me, I don't mind higher taxation, even though it fucking shafts me. But I also understand it's my civic responsibility to understand that this society helped my family have a chance, based off of like certain programs and stuff like that. And so now that I have more, it's my civic responsibility to give back and to pay into the system. That's why I'm not trying to do some tax evasion scheme. That's why I'm not trying to run away now that I've made some money. It's like, no, because that's my civic responsibility. And that's
I get what you're saying. Yeah, okay.
same token, if I'm gonna help elect somebody and it's gonna help me but none of the civilians, then I'm abdicating my civic responsibility.
It's in the definition of help. I think the problem is where they don't believe that they help. Is that when you help, is you consciously help the person. You say, I'm gonna help that person. They think that they're just doing their thing. It doesn't help. No, we just doing our thing. We didn't say, oh, we're gonna help him. So therefore, they didn't help that person.
I get what he's saying, and I feel like what I'm trying to say. They get a free backtrack or cop out, is it? Because they just say, hey, yo, I just put him on a podcast. I wasn't trying to do X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? I was just putting him on a podcast to talk. My intention, and they have like, the way they set it up now with these questions, they could set up to be like, my intention wasn't to do X. I just wanted to ask questions. That's how I felt like. You know what I mean? No, that's not a thought that I'm thinking of. It's not hitting. Like, I'm not getting the words that I want to say out. If it comes to me later, I'll say, but like, no, that's not it. Let's just keep watching the video. Just ignore that thought. Actually, that wasn't a complete thought.
I mean, I don't think that they understand that. Hey, they don't want to admit that you can invite someone and there is ramification because you are that popular.
Sure, but my point is, if you have a platform, you have to take time to acknowledge that.
Yes.
You have a responsibility.
Yes.
The same way fans have a certain level of trust in you and they pay for your shit, they pay for your stuff, they sign up to your Patreon, they do whatever stuff, and they support you. You have a responsibility to be considerate. That's just my personal thought I have.
Yeah. What was the question you were asking?
It was about vibes, and it was just a reflection on a vibes basis.
What I would say is that, like, I think a lot of people were voting on culture, and there might not be policy tied to culture. But for example, like one cultural issue I think was the identity politics stuff. I think that there was like an exhaustion by it, and it looked like the culture that Trump was ushering through is like, yo, we're not going to be obsessed with the word police and the identity politics shit, and everything is 40 different genders, and you got to put the genders, so your pronouns on your bio. Like, that cultural shift, I think, was very supported.
Totally.
Especially by like the guys in the manosphere, let's say. And I think that captured people, and that is not necessarily a policy thing, but you have seen a massive shift when you see all these politicians start taking their pronouns out of their Twitter bio, right? You start to see, so I don't know what policy that is, but it does feel like it's a move in a direction for a culture shift that people want to get on board. What do you say?
I totally agree.
Piggybacking on the culture, I would call that just excitement. Because we've seen with Obama, the way that he got people excited, we have a low voter turnout in general. But he got people who never voted before excited to vote for the first time. This last election, Trump got people excited to vote. So, and then you've seen Mamdani. Mamdani got people excited to vote in a primary. We never vote in primaries. Nobody gives a...
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to...
About primaries. Especially New York City.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like...
He won the most votes in primary history.
In history.
Okay. Excitement's not necessarily a bad, but what are we exciting about? What are we excited about? And what are we amplifying? And I say this because here's the whole problem with the whole vibes thing and them talking about identity politics is like, identity politics is at the bottom of what's important. When you're facing, losing your jobs because of tariffs or losing your business because you can't import certain goods, when you're facing Medicaid costs cuts and you may not have access to it, when you're facing a lot of serious issues like IVF, the idea that we're not hyper-focused on policy is probably an indictment, not just on them, but just on people as general. Remember when I tell you we really are obsessed with aesthetics? When I talked about how like bodybuilders who have zero competency but look good on a picture are the ones who sell the most amount of horses, we operate in politics the same way. The problem is, this is the whole problem with the vibes thing, is when you become obsessed with who has the vibe or who has like the culture aspect of stuff, they make for a good interview guest, but they don't necessarily make for a competent leader. Charisma is cool for drawing eyes, but it has no bearing on whether or not you are going to be a good leader of the free world. So when you spend this time with these, specifically with politicians because they're charismatic, there's 100 other competent people that we are not going to get to hear about because you're focused on getting who's the biggest. And so you're amplifying these voices who are very popular, but oftentimes it's for reasons that have nothing to do with policy. But with a lot of these other people, it's just like identity politics. It's like, okay, like, yeah, this shit's annoying, it's fucking stupid and cringe, but is it really what we should be hyper focusing on? And even if people aren't interested in it, should you, when you're thinking about helping to elect a potential next leader of the free world, think about that first? You know what I'm saying? So to me, the vibes problem is really more a society-wide problem, where it's just, we don't care about substance, we care about form, we care about flash, we care about style. I'm not saying these things are unimportant completely. I'm saying our hyperfixation on that over competency is the problem. Like when I go to hire an accountant, I'm not interested in how he's going to sway me with his words. I need to see breakdowns. I need to see the sheets. I need to see like everything certified, and that's going to get me the good accountant. I had an accountant who was charismatic. He wasted my fucking time. The same way some elected leaders waste our fucking time because they're charismatic and they say the right things. Look at Justin Trudeau. Charismatic.
Don't know what the hell he's doing.
So this is more like a wider thing, but it's like you can't afford to throw yourself in the political sphere, in my opinion, if it's just vibes and culture. Because then he can come up to you and say, yeah, I'm going to make sure that IVF is accessible, and then change his mind afterwards because you didn't look at his track record, you didn't see what he did in the past, you didn't see how he voted on abortion-related stuff. It's like vibes is how con men get ahead. Yeah. Vibes is how charismatic people get a job they shouldn't get.
That's why whenever you apply for a car, you have to have credit, not vibes.
If we were to flip it around, if Trump were to come back today, would it be different tonally this time around, now that you've actually had him in office?
The questions would be tougher because we are disappointed in what we're seeing.
Sure.
But the tenor of the question still has to be asked in a way that I feel confident you will answer.
Okay.
If it's, hey man, what the fuck are you doing? This bullshit ass thing, this sucks.
Well, obviously you won't say that. It's still a, interview, but you're going to ask like, hey, what's your plan right now? You said you're going to do X, you're going to do Y. Like, that's a very dramatic thing right there. I know he's doing it for the bit, but, that's obviously how you ask the question.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to answer that question?
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, that's more at the people who,
Okay, so this probably comes to the core of my thing. Another point I'll defend them. I think it's good that they changed their mind. They acknowledged that they didn't deliver. They acknowledged that there was a lot of fuck-ups in the listing, and they're calling it out. And you should celebrate that. At the end of the day, someone staying steadfast and saying, no. Like, I know some people who refuse. Even though behind closed doors, they're calling their friends and be like, what the fuck is this? They'll never say it publicly because they're too attached to this thing. I think it does a discredit to pretend like the folks criticizing you are just doing so out of nowhere or they're haters. It's like, no, there's a certain element of yourselves that you guys compromised in that interview. The flagrant brand is, we talk about taboos, you're not gonna censor us, we're gonna say what we think. That's what he does with his comedy. There's a couple of quotes that I thought were good. The recently ended censorship era was good for comedy because it gave comics lines to cross and boundaries to push, which Schultz says needs. And then there was a venue that had canceled Schultz's show in Toronto.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right? And so what he said is, I don't want to do venues that censor comedy, so we're doing a bigger theater, Meridian Hall. We just added a third show.
That was dope.
Right? And I thought that was cool. People were saying we don't want these kinds of jokes, these kinds of topics being brought up.
It's fine.
He said, fine, I'm doing this other venue, and I'm going to add another show. This is like the core central theme, and this plays into the not mainstream media, alternative media landscape, where it's like, we're not going to be censored by these people. We're going to talk about Epstein. We're going to say what we think. We're going to make the jokes that we want. You're not going to tell us to just punch up. We're going to punch down. We're going to do whatever the fuck we want. And I like that attitude. To me, to talk about anything, there's no taboos. I believe in it. And some folks are going to say, well, Abba, comedy is not the same as podcasting. And I agree. But you have to understand how you built that brand and the audience you translated, and also the vibe of your podcast. If you spent any time on Flagrant, as I've spent time, or I've watched from the inception of it, literally the whole point of the title was like, we gonna go above and beyond.
I disagree. Not against you, but against the statement that you said that someone would say that, well, the podcasting world is different. No, the fuck it's not. Not in their case. Because they're doing comedy and podcasts. The line is blurred. It's not boom bap. No, that's not what it is. It's not in there. Not
Venn diagram?
Yeah. It's a Venn diagram, and the circles are like this. It's not even this. It's the circles are almost overlapping. So you can't.
I will say, when it comes to their takes and whatnot, whether you disagree or agree, whatever, I really do like their dynamic too, like how they could just talk and again just state their opinions, what's on their mind and whatnot. They could disagree, say I disagree, here's my thoughts, or that they listen to each other and they're like, okay, I hear what you're saying, or I get what you're saying, but like I still feel this way, or I do agree. Like, it's a really good healthy dynamic just to see them interact, like see their thoughts. I like it a lot. That's why I enjoy their videos. Because at the end of the day, it's just like two friends just talking about stuff, their thoughts about things. Hence, you know, my thoughts about things. You saw that right there? Too good.
Even say that the podcasting is you would have talked about someone else, and I would be like, yeah, sure, podcasting is not the same thing, but that's how
I agree with you.
That's how they do podcasts with their comedy.
I'm not saying you gotta go balls to the wall, but I'm saying if you abdicate all your values in front of powerful people because you don't want to lose access to them, I think it's okay for people to say,
this is a verified refurbished iPhone 15.
It's selling out. Oh, he would have walked off. Okay, and the same way you let all those minorities or LGBTQ walk out of your shows because they didn't like a joke you said and you still said it, you should have still asked and pressed them on the same things that are important if you think it matters. Don't avoid the taboo to make people feel comfortable on your podcast, but then outwardly and as people get mad about things like, for example, when he made those jokes about black women or whatever it was. He didn't care that he was making people uncomfortable. He didn't care that he was turning away viewers.
But when Kendrick said you don't talk about black women, that's law. You made a whole bit about that in the same podcast. It was there. You didn't care. It didn't matter then because whatever. I'm gonna stay doing what I do. But you really wanted that interview with that person, so you know what? I'm not gonna offend him. If you don't want him to walk out, that means that you do not want to offend him. But everybody else you don't care about.
Mm-hmm. I understand the context of a podcast is different. I understand between interviews, it's tough to ask the things, and then, but it also you have to understand the context in which.
I think we get the video at this point. Solid video. Let's check YouTube. Is this YouTube on? Actually, we'll just check. We'll add this to list because I think I'm gonna probably go to bed. I gotta wake up tomorrow, too. Things to react to.
Superman is.
Oh, I had that. I'm autistic. This one as well. Things to react to. Bang. Let's click on. Whatever. Click on that. Okay. Ooh. I actually curious about this video because that was actually saying like Kyler Jenner tease, bro. Like just wearing a wife beater was that was actually wild. We'll watch that. I'm actually curious about what he has to say. And that is curious this week. We might got stuff to watch for tomorrow if I remember. If we could have this list. Alright. And on that lovely note, of staying up for tomorrow, the next day. Thank God for tuning in for my stream. And it was a vibe. We're on day 20, guys. 10 more days left for the streak, and we are doing good. And I'm very happy about that. Very happy. Very pleased, to be honest. Of our progress, our grind, our hustle. It makes me happy, you know what I mean? It makes me happy that we're still grinding. But, yeah, that will do it for the stream. I'm glad y'all tuned in. All that good stuff. You'll catch me tomorrow. Time, who's to say? But I will be here tomorrow. And, wait a second. Is that whatever. And, yeah, that's it for the stream. Hopefully you guys get some sleep. Please get some sleep, as always. Make sure y'all catch some Z's.